Glory be to God. My name is Rashad Johnson. I'm making this video because the video that you're about to witness is a past event. Today's date is October 24th, 2025. The videos that you're witnessing at this moment is in 2024. Now, my journey started in 2016, which I do have a testimony series if you would like to know more about me and where I came from and giving my life over to the Lord and why God chose me. And when I say He chose me to document my journey with my wife. During this journey, God done blessed me. He done taught me. I done learned how to cast out demons. I learned how to be righteous. I learned how to love. I learned how to become a new person through the Word of God. But when it comes to my wife, God had us go through trials and tribulations to build me up. I had to go through some spiritual warfare. I had videos that dates back to 2019 with me and my wife when we got married. And the first year we was married. And the spiritual warfare attacks happened that suddenly, where I noticed a lot of the stuff that I'm going through is not normal. It didn't make sense. There was no logic. There was lies and manipulation and deceivingness coming from my wife. A woman that loved God, that worked at the church, that was prayer lines and Bible study, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. I was already gave my life to the Lord. Me and my wife, before we got married, we didn't have sex. We didn't live with each other until we moved in. So I was following the instructions that my God, Lord, Christ gave me from a previous marriage before my wife that I'm with right now. But what y'all gonna witness in these videos is how I overcame, how I been doing the will of God. There is video, actual footage of arguments of me and my wife and her acting out in spiritual warfare, attacking me. But a lot of my videos is just me talking to you over the phone, giving you a rundown of a spiritual argument that I just had. Now, I didn't want to post my life over to social media and Facebook, but God was putting this on my spirit to do. And I fought with God. I didn't want to do this because I love my wife. I'm in love with my wife. And like I said, I didn't want people in my personal life. But come to find out, and when I realized this is bigger than me and my wife, this is bigger than me and my wife. It's for everybody out there that's watching these videos that God done guided to watch these videos. It's just a lot of my videos may not even be talking about my wife. I done had spiritual arguments with being attacked by the enemy with co-workers that I really did have relationships with, that I truly loved. My children, my siblings, my sisters, my father, my mother. I've been attacked from all angles, from my finances, my name being slurred. I done had curses put on me. And God had to teach me how to fight spiritually. I had to learn how to rebuke and bind, declare, decree and declare. I had to learn how to recognize these demons and their tactics and how they fight. What causes a person to allow the demon into controlling them? The Bible's crystal clear. I do back up a lot what I say with the Bible verses in the videos. This is not about, let me show you my life in drama. This is showing you how God is maneuvering and how great our God is. He used me and my family, but he mainly used me to do his will, which is my purpose. Even though today, October 24th, 2025, my story is not done. My wife and I are in a divine separation where God had to separate us to correct things to get me and my wife equally yoked. And she been through some things. I haven't spoken to her, but you will see how God brings us back together. You just got to watch the videos in order. It's a lot of videos. It's a lot of videos. This is not a quick story. This is a teaching moment. God tells me what to say, what to put. He done use prophets to reach out to me and tell me what's going on with my wife or what to expect, how to fight the enemy. Like it was people that I was underneath that went on the journey before me that is giving me the wording to understand what I'm going through and how to fight the enemy. But when you watch these videos, you will see the miracles, you will see the breakthroughs, you will see things that I said that took place with me that God told me this is not going to stand, and it did not stand. A lot of y'all may be going through spiritual warfare and don't even know it. A lot of y'all may be separated from your spouses and your loved ones, or you may not be talking to your loved ones or your mothers or your fathers or co-workers, and you think that it's just normal. No, you're being attacked. This is spiritual warfare. I talk about everything. And like I said, I use the biblical Bible verses to back up everything I'm saying. So I'm not going to make this too long. Continue to watch these videos in order. They are numbered from episode 1 to episode 300 and whatever. But watch how the story plays out. And like I said, if you want to reach me, my email is in the description. If you want to know more about me and my journey, go look up my testimony series. I love y'all, and I'm out. July 14th, 2024. Glory be to God. Another spiritual argument with my wife. I was a little bit out of character, but I knew what was going on. And I'm going to tell you what happened, because I'm going to give you the good and the bad. I'm not going to just report the good. So when I'm out of line, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all why I'm out of line. So the plan was, let's go to the Ontario Mills, take the kids, put them in the stroller, just walk around a couple times, go in a couple stores, you know, get some cookies and whatever. From there, let's go eat somewhere, right? That was the plan. Everything was on, everything was good. I told my wife I'll be ready at 2 o'clock. I started getting ready around 1:50. I already knew what clothes I was wearing, and all I had to do was just put them on, right? Wash my face real quick, put them on. So as I'm doing that, and the girls is ready, she's waiting on me, right? Which is cool. That's not where the problem spurred from. It's hot. It's hot out here in the IE. And, you know, I'm getting everything together and it ain't taking me long to get ready. So I tell her, okay, let's go. We putting the kids in the car. I hand her my keys before she could start the car or whatever, you know. But we ready to go while we put the kids in the car seat. And from there, we get in the car. She's like, can you roll down the window? I said, yeah, no problem. So I roll down the window while the AC gets to going. I said, okay, now put it up. She puts it up, but then she rolls it back down, like about that much down. I said, you gotta let the air, once you start it up and once you have the windows down and you turn on the AC, you can put it back up. By the time we get to the freeway, which is like 4 minutes away, the car is gonna be good to go. But I drive this car all the time. So just sitting here and just letting it just sit in the sun and go, it's not gonna get cool. It has to run. We have to run. So if we're going towards the freeway and you're talking about how hot it is, which is hot, but it ain't too, I'm about to pass out hot, bear with the windows being down, let the air kick up, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, when I said that, I could sense she didn't like what I had to say. So now my antennas is up. Okay, that's first one. That's the first thing, right? She had a little problem with me telling her about how the AC works in this car, but it ain't no big deal. It should not be a big deal. It should never be a big deal, because all I'm saying is just roll the windows back up. The AC is gonna kick in. We gonna be good, right? So now I'm driving. She wants to give me instructions on how to drive. Yeah, when you drive, you don't look at the car in front of you, you look at the car that's in front of that car. I said, we done been together for about 6 years, people. I done had videos talking about her and cars. I remember one time it was don't ride next to the wall because I don't like, I think we're gonna crack. And I'm like, where is this coming from? We ain't never been in a fender bender, and I drive at least 70% of the time. We ain't never been in a fender bender in this car while I'm driving. This car, her car, if she's in the passenger seat, we never been in an accident. I don't drive crazy and wild because I got my wife and my children in the car, so I'm not gonna put us at risk in danger. So I said, I got this. I've been driving. I don't need you to teach me how to drive. That was it. I put on some music. The whole ride, she ain't communicating. She ain't talking. Real dry. I said, okay, so this is what we do. This is what we doing. Normally, she gets to talking, right? We talk about something. May not talk the whole ride, but she's gonna talk about something. She ain't nothing being said, right? So then we finally get to the mall, right? We park the car, we put the kids in the car seats. She's like, yeah, we should put Raymond in the back, Raquel in the front. I said, whatever you feel like doing, whatever you feel like doing, I'm with it. It's whatever. So my oldest is in the front, my youngest is in the back, but she want to do switch. I said, whatever you want to do. So we get into the mall, right through the double doors, get to the aisle where all the stores is. She gonna tell me I'm not gonna be pushing this cart all day. This stroller. I'm not gonna be pushing this stroller all day. We ain't even been in the mall for 2 minutes. And what made you think that you're going to be pushing the stroller all day? Right? But let me go ahead and let me rewind. So she's pushing the kids towards the entrance. I double back to the car. You think she waited? No, she just kept walking. Like I wasn't around, which is weird because I don't think a lot of couples would do that. The other person will wait at that spot while the other person ran back to the car. Now, give or take, maybe I'm putting 10 on 20, you know, maybe she felt like, okay, let me get them into the air-conditioned mall and he'll catch up to us. Okay, maybe that's what it was. So I'm going to go ahead and just let that be. But once we get in the mall, that's when she hits me with the, you know, this stroller's heavy and I'm not going to be pushing them the whole time, which it was never a discussion that she was going to push them the whole time. And she know I would help push the stroller. Why? Because I done did it in the past. So why would I not do it now? So I simply say, okay, we're going to go around probably 2 times because this mall's big, and then we'll pretty much be able to leave. So either, you know, you go around one full time and then I'll push them and go around one full time, or we could take them from end to end and switch off. Whatever, right? Whatever. So she's pushing the cart and I just take over, right? Because she ain't noticing we're on the side where the traffic is coming towards us. And instead of going to the traffic, going on the other side of the mall, I'm like, we need to go to the other side of the mall because we're going against the grain. So I take over, you know, I start pushing the cart. But so when I'm pushing the cart, no, when she was pushing the cart, right, she's going to tell me, get in front, go. And I'm like, she did that twice, right? She ain't even had the cart in her hands for 3 minutes. And she already done told me to walk in front of her. And I'm like, I'm not walking in front of you. We gonna walk side to side because we are a family. We're not Middle Eastern. Now, maybe I'm politically incorrect, but I'm like, maybe that's not what they do. But I'm telling her, if we're Middle Eastern, and if that's what you want to do, we can move to the Middle East and you can walk behind me while I walk in front of you. And you could push the girls. But that's not how I get down. She did that twice. She haven't even been pushing the children 3 minutes. We ain't even been a full 3 minutes in the mall. And then that's when I took over. So now some people's coming at me but we're on the other side where we supposed to be walking, but it's a group of people, like a family, they coming at me. And I move over to the right, get closer to the store window. She gonna tell me, why are you, should we be walking side by side? I said I had to move out the way. It ain't the same thing from what I told you. So now she's looking to argue. So this is what I'm peeping. She's looking to argue. Then she says, why is everything always on me? What have I done? And so now when I get to trying to explain, I'm talking to her. I'm not yelling at her. I'm talking to her. I stop the car and I'm talking to her. But for some reason, she senses that everybody see us arguing. I'm like, no, I'm talking to you. Ain't nobody arguing with you. I'm talking. I ain't yelling. I ain't raising my voice. I'm talking to you. So now she's like, well, we could just go home. I said, okay, yeah, that's ain't nothing but the enemy. Instead of just going with the flow and just letting things be, she walks off now, right? She walks a whole different direction. Here I am with the kids in the stroller trying to follow her. I'm thinking she about to walk to the car. Nope, she walks into a store. I walk into the store. I catch up to her. I said, what are you doing? I said, come on, let's go. Nah. So this is when I get out of character. I said, you acting like a bitch right now. Oh, I'm a bitch? She continues to walk. So she walks out the mall. She walks into the store. No. I said, you acting like a bitch right now. And I rammed the cart while she was trying to walk out the door of the mall. I rammed the cart, the stroller, in the back of her heel, right? When she turned around and swung on me, hit my glasses off, her earring flew. Ain't nobody really paying attention. So from there, we walk out the mall. She's walking. I'm not saying nothing to her. I'm thinking we going to the car. She walks back in the mall. I said, okay. So now she's back in the mall, but she ain't called me, ain't said nothing to me. No, I got the kids. It's like see, when the enemy's working, they don't care. I'm with the kids right now, and she ain't even said, let's go home. Where are you at? We can leave. No, she's still in the mall, doing whatever she wants to do. While I'm in this car, don't know where she's at, and I'm driving around so this car can stay cool instead of just being parked in the parking space that we was at. Why? Because for my car to get cool, the car got to keep running. But she ain't nowhere in sight because I've been going around in circles in the parking lot. Nowhere in sight, ain't called me, ain't said nothing, no text, no call. But I said, you know what? Let me go. This would be a perfect time for me to make this video to show that I'm not perfect, and I did step out of character. It don't give me the right for me to call my wife the B word and ram the stroller in the back of her. But yeah, I was upset, and that's part of the enemy using me when I should know better. So it's some work I gotta do with myself, with strengthening myself back with the word again, because I fall short like anybody else, but I can admit to where I'm wrong. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Hopefully this don't spiral out of control. When we get home, I don't have nothing to say to her. I'm gonna let her be. If it gets a little too crazy, I'll get my air mattress and put it in my car and sleep in my car for the night around the corner from the house. I'm not gonna allow this enemy to call the police on me, and next thing I'm in jail because the enemy's controlling her actions, and she's not thinking logically, because what she's doing right now at 42 years old is not logical. It's not logical. You want to be mad? Okay, let's be mad. Let's roll out. Now she's pulling up. Now I see her. Let me see if she's gonna get in the car. I just asked her, can we go? She said I could go. Here she go, walking around the mall. And I'm gonna show y'all. Like I said, this is not normal, people. This is not normal. This is enemy driven. I just asked her, can we leave? Why are we still here? Why do you want me to go when you don't have she don't got no money. Let me go ahead and say that. She got no way to get home. She got no money. I think she got her cell phone on her, and that's it. But I think even if I tried to call, I'll be blocked from calling her. You see what I'm saying? Like, let me see if I can flip this video around. She's going into this store now. She just walked into the store. Damn it, she just walked in. Why? And I don't know why she's walking around in circles like this. It don't make no sense. She just walked into this store right here. And it's like the enemy wants me to chase her, and I'm not gonna chase her. But it's like, what are we doing? You wanna go home? Let's go home. But why are you walking around and telling me I can leave when you don't have no way to get home? You can't Uber. You don't have no money in that account. Ain't nothing you can really do. She don't even have her ID, Her car, I think all she got is her cell phone. What?
I wanted mommy to take us to go. My car.
Let me call her up and see what happens. So, just called her, told her to come on. She talking about, you got a case on you. I don't trust you. I mean, I don't trust myself around you. I said, well, just sit in the back seat since you feel like you're going to do something to damage our family, if that's the case. But we need to get home. No, I'll work it out. I'll find somebody. I got friends. I said, oh, you got male friends. That's what she do have. So now it's, oh, and I, you know, maybe I said something that to keep an argument going, you know, but the truth is truth that she don't want to admit. And, you know, next thing you know, she's like, oh, I'm a heathen, I'm a this, I'm that. Now she's speaking all that demon talk ways. And I'm like, I don't, now I did apologize. I did apologize for calling her to be and ramming the stroller in her feet. And I said, you gotta forgive me for the Father to forgive you. You know, I don't live by the Bible. You know, now she's an atheist. I don't live by the Bible. Blah blah blah. I'm already going to hell. That's the mind of a demon. They already know that what's in store for them, and they know that God is not going to take them back. So their mindset is, I might as well just continue to run shop on everybody that I can until my time comes, until I'm thrown in the lake of fire. That's their mindset, right? So right now, I'm still sitting in the parking lot, and trying to see if she's gonna get in this car so we can leave. Wasted time, wasted opportunity. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. My daughter's asleep. The other one, she's up in the back seat. And it's just very frustrating. I might just take the kids back out, put them in the car, put them back in the stroller, and just walk around by myself and wait for her to call me. But I'm not going to be chasing her and begging her and looking for her. If she makes it home, she just makes it home. If she gets somebody to pick her up, she just gets somebody to pick her up. I'm just going to stay distanced from her for the next 3 days. Because if she calls the police over the littlest thing, I could go to jail. And probably be in jail until my court date. You see what I'm saying? Because all this shit has been going on. So I ended up finding her. I told her I'm going to get us something to drink and the kids some cookies. And I'll find her or whatever. I told her where I'm going. She's sitting down with the kids right now. So, it is what it is, man.